Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. We're in for a treat today. I have some flea market finds, or actually some Facebook marketplace finds that I wanted to share with you. And well, I think you'll find them interesting. I call it kind of one of those finds of a lifetime sort of things. You go in for one thing and find something else. But I have not been doing a lot of reel buying lately. And when I do buy reels, I like to think that there's a purpose behind them before I make the purchase. I do come across lots from time to time that are repair projects, and they have to be special reels to me in order to acquire that or even bid on it. I don't need a lot of parts reels. I don't need a lot of reels that I don't see a use for. So typically when I am looking on, say, Facebook Marketplace, rarely on eBay, and strolling the lots of flea markets, I have an intention in mind. I have a very narrow look at what it is that I might consider purchasing, and I'll bypass a lot of the other types of reels, and that's fine. But I wanted to share with you one that came along, and well, couldn't say no to, and actually wound up with more than I bargained for, if you will. So what do I mean by searching for something special? Well, those of you that saw the previews of some work that I've got upcoming is this one. This one is a Shakespeare 2065 Spin Wonder. It's in very nice condition. It's an antique reel. It preceded the Royal Maroon series, and it's stuck. It's absolutely bound. You can't turn anything. And I'm going to take a chance on this one that it is loaded with old grease that dried and became cement-like, and that this one can be given a second chance. It's a beauty. It's a treasure, and I do want to get that one out there fishing again. So if I see something like this at a flea market, I will go out of my way to make an offer for it if I think it's worthwhile, and this one I think is worthwhile. But what attracted me to the sale to begin with? Well, there's a vendor on Marketplace, and that vendor was offering 7 Penn Jig Masters. I'll share them with you. And his asking price was $100. Now, normally that's a good deal, and if you're in the resale business, if you're selling at flea markets, if you're moving merchandise and the like, with a little bit of work, you can turn a profit on these. I'm not in that business of holding and selling, and I don't spend my weekends out at flea markets selling. If I do get an occasional flea market, it's buying side, but I don't have the need or the opportunity to warehouse something like this or resell something like this. But I have a standing customer order for US made Jig Masters that he says anytime I find him. He's a boat captain. He uses them on his charter, and anytime I find them, buy them, and buy them, service them, fix them up, and he'll buy them from me. So that's what attracted me to these. They're all USA made Jig Masters. We'll share with you the work that needs to be done on them, and then we'll move on to some of the other ones when I asked what else might you have. So let's take a look at these. There are a couple that are complete. You can tell the USA made Jig Masters. They say made in the USA on them. If you have a black-sided Jig Master, there's a chance that it was made in the US. They're the earlier ones, but the later ones, black-sided ones, were made in China. Production was moved over to China in 2005, and well, I've done numerous videos on the Jig Masters, comparing them, and the parts inside the old ones will last forever, not so much the ones on the new ones. If you have the burgundy side-plated Jig Masters, yeah, they're all going to be made in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And a lot of people ask, what does Penn Reels make in the US now? Well, they make two things. They still make the international reels there, and they make the US Senators there. And the US Senators is kind of a hybrid. It looks like the old Boca Senator. And well, this one is complete, and well, this one will just be checked out. It'll be cleaned up. You can see some salt spray and some scarring on it. And I asked the fellow where did he get them. The backstory was there was a fellow that worked for Penn Reels or worked on Penn reels. He had a huge inventory. He was retiring, getting out of the business, and he wanted to just sell off the lot, and this fellow made a bid on it and wound up with a lot of Penn reels. Again, on the black side, make sure that it says Made in the USA on that. This one has the plastic spool. Most of these have the plastic spool. That's not a money-saving option for the Jigmaster. What that's meant for is a opportunity to cast further. The plastic spools are lighter than the metal. They have less drag, therefore you can throw the reel a lot further. This one's got a stick to it. When I turn the gearing, that's fine. But, well, there's a little bit of a stick here. So we're going to have to see if we got a bent frame or something else going on with that one. These are missing some parts. The seller was completely honest when he said to me, there's 2 that are complete. The rest of them need, well, things like handles and that. And what I did was I took a look at each one. I spun them. I made sure that they're working, that they go into free spool, that they do the other things. And one of the things I check for when I'm buying a reel without a handle is the gear sleeve. Is that gear sleeve elongated? If that looks circular rather than the 2 flat sides, that would mean that that has to be replaced. In this case, all that needs is a handle and a handle screw. This is probably the worst example of them. We need some cross posts here, and we have a different sided plate. So we have a red side here, black side here. That's cosmetic stuff. When you're on a fishing boat that uses these for their own support systems, they don't care if it's black and red. They care that it works and that a customer is not going to break off or lose a fish because the reel broke. These need sidebars, and I do have a lot of Jigmaster parts. I serviced a lot of Jigmasters for various fishing boats, and well, when they go bad, well, I have the parts for them. All right, another red-sided one. You want to check also when you're doing this that the rims on both sides of these do not have chips or cracks in them. If they have chips or cracks, it's going to mean that that side plate can crack at any point. When you're on a charter boat in particular, you know, the people that are renting these may or may not have all the skills, and sometimes they're going to whack this against the side rail. That will chip out a piece of their side plates. So make sure that you check that when you're doing it. This one just needs a handle. This one needs the real seat. We saw the other one had the real seat, did not have the handle, did not have the sidebars. This one needs the real seat. And sometimes people will ask me that they have a reel that's sticking, what's going on, and it's twisted frame. And well, without that real seat there, this could very well be the issue. But again, turns nice and free and easy. And then this one, I believe, is, well, another real seat issue. How do you lose the real seat on these reels? Well, boat vibration. So these are the shortest screws in the reel. These 2 are longer, 2 short ones on the reel seat. Boat vibration will loosen the screws, and after a while the screws fall out, the reel seat becomes detached. So I had 7 of those. That was what was advertised. It was advertised at $100. It was a fair price to pay. And well, the question came up, what else might you have? And that's when we got to talking about how he bought hundreds of reels. He had them in crates. And come on downstairs, take a look at these, see if there's anything that interests you, make me an offer on it. So I spent another $100. And well, this is what I said, maybe the buy or the finds that you hope to find every time out. Another Penn Jigmaster. This one was complete. Turns free and easy. No work required on that one to get that one out to the boat. A earlier Penn Senator 4.0 high speed edition. That's the 113H. Turns nice and free and easy. It's clean. The spool could use a little bit of cleaning, but otherwise, check when you're doing these with flea markets and like, check the drags, make sure that they're holding. This fellow was very good, very knowledgeable. He has his own boat. He repairs his own reels. He's big time deep sea. Things like tilefish and tuna. He goes with the heavy international reels, but I made sure that he backed off the drags on all of these, which is the right thing to do. I had a second Penn Senator 113H. This is a later edition now. So this is the edition that has the half frame. And those of you that watched my preview of upcoming service videos that was just posted, well, that half frame also appeared in one of those in a reel in a bag project. Again, nice condition overall. It's a 113H. It's the 4.0 Senator in beautiful condition. Well, why do I say I really did luck out on this one? Well, for that next $100 I spent, I got 2 of these. And these are among my favorite reels. These are the Penn Mag series. Quite honestly, it's worn off. I think this is the 535. It could be the 545. I have to go back and check against capacities. This is a 4-ball bearing reel. It's sort of like the the Jig Masters on steroids, if you will. It's 4-ball bearing, and it's got 600 yards. I think that says 600. 600 yards of 20-pound monofilament capacity. And these things, what can I say? I think my opinion on this reel is this is the closest that Penn ever came to creating a newel reel. It's a beauty, and there's 2 of them. So I was able to purchase 2 of these reels, and well, they'll be cleaned up, and well, we'll see what happens next. There is a missing screw on this one, and again, just like anything else, don't let your emotions run crazy with you here. When you're looking at a flea market or Facebook marketplace or used items for sale, don't just say, oh wow, it's a mag, I got to go have that reel. Do the thorough testing on it. Make sure everything spins nice and easily, that the adjusters are all there. Make sure that, well, in this case we have cosmetic issues with this handle. That'll clean up. Check for defects like the missing screws and and then of course give it the test. Make sure that the drags are working and holding, because if they're not, everything that needs to be fixed comes at a price, and at some point you may price yourself right out of the value of the reel if it's significant enough. I was fortunate enough on those 7 Jig Masters to have way more parts than are needed for that, so that's kind of coming out of inventory, if you will, or having old reels that broke. Give these reels a second chance without costing me any more. But again, if I had to go to a parts distributor to get those bars, to get those reel stands, well then, you know, it makes that reel much more costly than the average for them. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these, and I hope if you're still here that, well, you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, thank you for your subscription. You are what makes the channel work. And if you haven't subscribed but you would like to, make sure that you use that notification button. You'll see the upcoming videos, and well, you'll see a library out there that's got over 2,000 videos now that has all types of fishing reels. I know I've concentrated on a purchase I just made of all Penn reels, but I service all kinds of reels, and well, you never know which one you may have or which one you may want to learn more about. So I would encourage you to subscribe, and I will thank you for it. I want to thank everybody for watching the channel and for staying part of what makes this a great community. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a good day.